a lot of Lauren's dates, I would not be able to even get through that date because she'll be like, yeah, we went on like a 13-mile run together. And I was like, I would have died.
I have had a date where we ran 20 miles and talked the whole time.
So crazy.
How?
Yeah.
How do you run and talk? It's so hard.
If you think your dating life's exhausting, just listen to Lawrence. Hello and welcome to the Christians Who Date podcast. I'm here with Kalli and Lauren.
Hello.
Hi.
Always
I'm
giggling.
Andrea.
I'm Lauren. You already said that.
And I'm Kalli.
If you didn't know who's who.
Yeah. It's confusing.
For anyone who's listening, by the way, know that we're on YouTube, so you can always go and see our faces and expressions and what drinks we're drinking of the day.
Yeah,
It's true. Yeah.
Big crowd pleaser.
I actually have my mug that Lauren bought me. Do you
bought
remember this mug?
That's a while ago. How long ago?
Yes.
I had
I
that
still
in my
have
house.
it.
Years ago.
Kalli even had, it says abs are great, but have you tried donuts?
Yes. That's perfect. I'm a good friend.
I was going to say, this is actually a good gift giving tip because this is clearly Lauren knowing me.
Yes.
She would never say anything like this herself.
No.
But donuts are nice.
Every once in a while.
Have a donut.
Well, why don't you have
Lauren
like
will.
abs and a donut? You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
both.
You don't have to choose.
You pull that off, so yeah.
Ay. So, oh my goodness. Don't tell the people.
Yeah.
Lauren has muscles, you guys. I'm going to leave it at that.
If you didn't know.
I do
Check
have
out
a lot
YouTube.
of women.
The woman is fit.
I have a lot of women comment on my body. Men, they don't really say anything. But during my race, okay, this is kind of bad. But during my race, okay, I ran a marathon on Sunday, my 12th marathon.
Super
so
chill.
crazy.
Yeah. NB.
I PR'd, by the way, which was so exciting. PR means personal record. So I got my personal record for running because I ran really hard this past year. So, but during the run, there was, I think between like miles 19 to 26, there was an older man and we would go back and forth. And so we started a joke because I'd pass him and then he'd pass me. And so we'd be like, tag you're it kind of thing during the race. Like just funny banter. And I remember twice during the race, he's like, oh, I can tell you run hills, don't you? You run hills. And in my brain, I'm like, oh yeah, like, of course I'm a CrossFit coach. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm a CrossFit coach. Like, yeah, like he's like, oh, I can tell you work out. And then the next day I realized my brain, I was like, he was talking about my butt. Because if you get it, like you run hills, like he's like, he was talking about booty.
Yeah.
So why is that like what you tell people do if they want a better butt?
Well, yeah, like doing hills, that's like, it's like, it definitely will shake up your legs and your booty. But it's like his comment was like a sub, like, type of way of like commenting on my body.
The subtext was you have a good butt.
Because he's the old man telling me about this. Because I'm like, wait, why is he telling me he can tell that I run hills? And I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's true. If he had said I can tell anything, it would have been like, what do you mean?
Like he could have he could have just been like, hey, you fit, like, you know,
right,
you work out, like
that's like I was checking you out and I can tell.
I can tell you run hills. And I was like, ew. Because he's like, he's 70s. Like,
wow. But
so,
also good for him for being out there.
Yeah. No, he did great. He said he found me at the end and said he was going to find me on Strava. So I was like,
Andrea defending this creepy man.
I think his name was
I'm not defending him, but I am impressed.
No, I mean, it was impressive that it took me a day to like click in my head of what he was saying. So anyways, besides that, the marathon was great. I got to talk to some people as I was running and I would like yell at people, not yell, but I'd be like, anyone who'd stop, I'd be like, keep going, you only have 8 miles. And I was yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was a great race. It was really fun.
The farthest I've ever run is 8 miles by itself.
I've never touched 8 miles. It's probably stopped at 2. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, it's not for everyone.
Wait, but you were saying, oh, sorry.
No, keep going.
You were saying this guy was also out there running?
Yeah. The older man.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
that's why I'm impressed.
We were running with each other and we would talk. Like sometimes you talk to people
Right.
because you're with like hundreds of people. And so, but I would pass him a little bit at like 1 mile and then he would pass me. We go back and forth. And so we would just keep joking because we kept, usually you don't typically like keep running into someone in a race. It's usually like you just pass someone and keep going, or they pass you and you never see them again. Or you're in the same kind of like corral area running at the same pace. So his was like a fun, like we just were kind of like, making jokes. So
okay.
So that's why.
Lauren, what was your PR? Can you tell us?
Yes, it was
brag.
Well, the bragging is okay, this is what's the brag is that I never thought, this is my 12th marathon, I never thought I could get what's called sub 4, so under 4 hours for a marathon. Like I did multiple marathons and always got above 4 hours. And so I was like, oh, this is just how it is. And then this past year, I've just like felt really healthy. I've like changed a lot of different habits around running and like nutrition, whatever. So I got sub 4 2 marathons in a row, which is
wow.
Like already I was like so excited, but then I was like, oh, I never can get to like these certain times. Because I'm like, I'm not athletic like that. And so then I've been working really hard, like doing different training. And this race, I got 14 minutes under what I thought I could never get, which is a lot.
Lauren.
Which is a lot. And
what
so
a buzz.
I think what helps me is like, I think for me, I love running because I think it transfers to so much in life. But it's this idea of we put these limits and barriers on who we are. Like I just was like, I'll never be able to do X, Y, Z. And I do that in a lot of areas of my life, not just with like running. But I think running is very parallel to like how I limit myself because I'm like, oh, I'm just not good at this, or I'm average here. And so there was something that happened during this race on Sunday where God just like told me, like, you just have no idea what I'm about to do in you. Like, you have no idea, like, the barriers that can be broken in your life. Like, because now I have this actual hope and excitement that I have like other goals I want to get to when it comes to my running.
Wow.
But it was like something got broken of like, no, I actually can go further than I think. And like, I felt just like this kind of like, you do the same thing over and over in your life. Like it could be in so many different areas. You get in these cycles and you get comfortable. This past year, the difference is I've done everything different. I tried all different methods. I tried all different ways. And I also surrounded myself with people that like were better than me and people that believed in me. And I think that is something I'm like, oh, if you feel stuck in some area of your life, like you need good people around you. You need to believe, but also like believe that like anything can happen, but also you usually need to change something up. Like if you're stuck, you have to change it all up. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I just feel like really excited because I think I'm like, God, what else do you want to like kind of shake in my life? Like that maybe I've gotten into like a normal, like I limit myself of like what he could do. So yeah, that race was like so powerful for me. Like I literally like I was like smiling and I like just wanted to cry because I was like, oh my gosh, I did something that I never believed I could do. And now I'm actually thinking I can do more. And like it just was like, oh, this is so cool. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Coach Lowe.
So inspired.
Thanks guy.
So good.
Me too.
Just a little
so
intro.
Proud of you.
Little intro. You don't
That's
have to run a race.
Personal trainer.
So there you go.
And by that I mean I'll text Lauren and be like, what should I do about this? Like once every 2 years.
And she's like, try
you're
this
doing great.
maternity workout.
Yeah, and then she'll send me maternity core workouts and they will literally do the trick.
And it works,
so,
right?
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For all of you out there, Andrea had some back pain for a season, probably because she sat a lot doing her work. And
also my form wasn't great.
Maybe you didn't have great form.
I sent you a video of my form and you're like, yeah.
And I was like, it sounds like she needs to build up her core to help strengthen her back. And so I sent her these like, it's called Mommy Pooch. And it's to help like strengthen your core Not that she has a pooch. She has a great body, but it helps
that can
strengthen
be
her core.
deceiving.
Like, I don't understand.
So I was like,
Wow.
do not be offended by these videos. These are for all women in
I think
all
you
stages.
said you've done them, and that made me feel better. I was like, okay.
I was like, I've done all these videos. This is not saying you have
Yeah.
a mom pooch.
Yeah, I was like, okay, if you've done them, I can do them.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is a little bit like, because you go into it and you're like, this is ridiculous. Like, I didn't just have a baby. Like, this will be easy. And then you're like, whoa, I'm feeling
You're
it.
like, this is really hard.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not ready for level 8.
Yeah, there's
I gotta go
levels.
back down. Yeah.
I was very proud of you. I was very proud of you.
Yeah. Shout out to Lauren Fitter. She really helped me.
Her name is Lauren Fitter. Yep. And
Yeah.
she's so fit.
She can be found on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
She's great.
She can.
She'll help
Yeah.
build your core up if you need your core built. So
Yeah,
there you go.
it's true.
Now we're becoming a health podcast here with the Christians who date. So
yeah, we do have a lot of moms and married people who listen to this podcast. So there you go.
there you
Don't
go.
say we never
Everybody.
give you anything.
honestly, come talk to me. I'd love to talk to you about your mommy pooch. Okay. Anyways. Okay. So what are we talking about today? Andrea, what are we talking about?
Today we are talking about, this is a fun one. We're going to talk about some of the most fun dates we've been on and what made them fun, because it's not even always like, it's not, it's not like The Bachelor. Like, we watched The Bachelor.
Yes.
But it's not like we're going in helicopters or like bungee jumping off of buildings or anything. But we're going to talk about what made it fun, and then just even throw out some date ideas, like you can steal some of the ones that we've already been on, or maybe we'll just, brainstorm some new ones. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Did you guys have anything to add?
No, that's good.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
We just thought we'd have a fun light one of giving
Yeah.
some fun stories and fun ideas.
Mhm. We know you guys want the tea, so
We got tea.
this is like the fun tea. I guess it's not like the drama tea, but
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to the guys who went on these dates with us.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
good.
Who should start? Should we have Kalli start?
Yeah, of course.
Mine isn't as fun.
What? You
Oh.
have good ones. But also we'll have anyways, continue.
Yeah.
You've had some good ones lately. So
There
I don't know.
like lately we've been my boyfriend and I, we've been going on some fun dates. So, fun dates.
Yeah.
Fun late dates.
Historically, I've just had pretty standard, like, go to coffee and that's kind of it. But the dates that I've gone on in the last couple of months have been really fun. One of my favorite things my boyfriend and I will do is we love to go stargazing. So we'll grab like food, usually like pizza or something along those lines. And then we'll get like either camping chairs or just like a blanket and go to this like really nice park and just like kind of set up a little picnic situation. And then we'll just eat and like chat. And we usually like have like just like deep conversations, or we'll like ask funny questions and kind of like see what happens. That is probably one of my favorite things to do on dates, is just to ask specific questions. And instead of like having to think about all the questions you're going to ask, like a really easy thing to do is there's so many different like conversation cards you can buy now. Sometimes there's like games that are like geared towards that, but I've seen a lot of different brands of conversation cards, and they're just fun because some are really light, some are really deep, and you just get to hear really, I think, unique answers from the person. And so that's been one of my favorite things, because you can only talk about how like the basics for so long, and then you're like, okay, like what else do we talk about? But conversation cards, I love those. I think they're so fun. So those are some of my favorite things. And one time too, we got pizza, we got like a blanket, and then we got these like balloons from something. There was like the church we went to, they had like a anniversary party, and there were some leftover balloons, and we like stole them and then like took them to this park and just like released them, and it was just fun. It was something random that we're like, oh, that could be fun to do. So
yeah,
just made it our own. But
I
other
love that
than
you
that,
said stole. I'm like, it was
Yeah.
probably gonna be just thrown out, right?
yeah. Nobody really wanted them, but we
Stole
were just
made
like,
it sound exciting though.
Yeah, stole made it
Exactly.
sounded like risky.
got a little bit of a rush. So
A little bit
Yeah.
of a rush. That's so good. I love it.
Yes. Okay.
Oh man.
But what are some that you guys have been on?
Also, I was just gonna say real quick that sometimes it's hard for me because I'm like, oh, now Kalli's doing all the stuff we used to do.
Oh my gosh.
I will say, before I ever had a boyfriend, Andrea and I went on many a date together, and we had a great time.
You guys wined and dined. You guys wined and dined.
It is
Andrea-
kind of.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Andrea is really where I learned what a good date it should be.
Oh my
Truly,
God.
I'm not gonna lie.
It is kind of funny. Like I've kind of told my youth girls this because I feel like they have this mindset of like dating's gonna be so different. I'm gonna have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm like, just work on like being a good friend, and that's honestly like most of dating. Like, just like going
so
out
good.
and doing stuff with your friends and like communicating and like that there is a whole other aspect that you only get when you're dating, but a lot of it is so much just friendship. So yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Okay,
I
Lauren?
can go next. Okay,
Yeah.
I got a couple, so I'll try to get my top like 2, 3. This one
Yeah.
is for the long distance daters. We
Oh
had
my gosh, you had so many good long distance
incredible
ones. I
dates.
forgot about
I
that.
had a long distance person for a little bit, and let's
Yeah.
just say they were creative. So I remember one night this person like sent me a list of like food from restaurants in my area, and he's like, hey, where do you want to, like, what dinner do you want, send it to me and then I'll Uber Eats over to you. And so I picked out my meal, and he's like, okay, we're gonna meet like at this time on Zoom. And so he was like, get like workout clothes ready, because we both liked working out. And so I had like clothes ready. And so first, like, we worked out, like we did like this whole like ab workout race type of thing. I know it sounds crazy, but like we worked out together like on Zoom, which is hilarious if you really think about it,
That's so
because it's just
funny.
like
Yeah.
so goofy. But like we're
I
both
love it.
so we both have like our ab mats out, and we're like crunching, and we're racing against each other because we're competitive.
Yeah.
And then we did what's called Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh,
Like
I
you can
love
like
it. Of
YouTube
course.
it, but
It's so good.
but we had to video it ourselves so we could rewatch it together, like on, because that's really funny if you like video yourself while doing it, because you look crazy, like because you're dancing in your house by yourself, like with the other person. It's nuts though. So we were both doing Dance Dance Revolution at the same time, which was honestly really stupid but funny. And so then we watched that, and then we had our meals that were sent, because he got a meal and then I had a meal. So we ate together on Zoom and like talked about life. And then we listened to a podcast at the end. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then I think we even would sometimes like read out loud to each other. So it was like very creative, like for long distance. Like there's a lot of fun ways that you can like on Zoom hang out, you can FaceTime, all of that, if you don't live in the same space. So that was like a very, very creative, really funny. And especially if you're more active.
He also like would send you flowers too, wouldn't he?
Yeah, send me flowers to my house,
So
or
fun.
like I would get like random like drinks or things sent to me, like, because now we can do all these services ordered online. So it was very cool. Yeah, for someone who's out of state. So that was fun.
I was so impressed by your dates in that season. I was like, wow.
I was impressed as well. A good job for that person. Another one that was like meaningful is I do not like cooking or baking. And this person I was dating did not either. But we both were like, oh, we are going to go to a Friendsgiving that Saturday night. And we're like, both wanted to go big on like making things. So I was like, I'm going to make homemade apple pies. And this guy's like, I'm going to make empanadas. So Friday night, we like get all the supplies, go shopping. We make apple pies, which takes like 5 hours. And we're just like listening to jazz music, making apple pies. And then the next day, I come to his place. So it's kind of like a 2-part series. I go to his place and then I help him make empanadas, which takes a couple hours. And we're both like, it's just like an experience, right? Like we're doing these things together. And then we go to a Friendsgiving together. And so that was like a really sweet, it's like, it was just kind of like a 2-part date series of baking and cooking and doing an experience, which is really sweet. I don't like doing dishes though, so that was not fun. But that's like another one that's like really sweet and it's very simple. And then I think for me, I think when it comes to like dating is like figuring out what that person like really enjoys or likes to do and finding something shared, like that you can do a shared activity, or it could be something as silly as like bowling, like I've had some really good dates just doing like really funny games that you just are like laughing and being a goof and all of that. And so yeah, I feel like I remember just having like a random bowling date with a guy, and it was so funny because you look dorky with your shoes, and it's like smoky in the room, and you're like, okay, well, here we are. So
from literal cigarettes, it's not like the vibe they're trying to set. It's like people are smoking.
Totally. So yeah. But yeah, and then the other one I've said in another podcast that was a really fun date was like I went on this crazy adventure hike day type of thing, and we hiked like up the side of a mountain, and then we got ice cream at the end and coffee in the morning. Coffee, hike, ice cream, and I was like, that was like a really fun day. Like it was a good memory. So
fun.
What about you, Dre? Dre has some, I feel like, more intricate ones.
So intricate.
They're very intricate dates.
Yeah. Now I feel like I have to think of a really intricate one. I don't know that I have one off the top of my head, but I will say I used to be more, especially with Hinge, I got stuck in like, I really want to just do coffee for the first date. But I kind of started to let go of that a little bit and just be like, I'm going to let the guy plan it. Like, unless it's something where I'm like, oh, I don't feel comfortable because it's not like public enough or something, because you have to be careful with online dating. But, yeah, I think that's something my last relationship helps with a little bit is I was like, you know what? I don't have to like control, I guess, as much as I want to sometimes. Like, just let him come up with a date idea, and if it's fun, it's fun, and if it's kind of awkward, that's fine too, so anyway, all that to say, this guy wanted to go mini golfing on our first date, and normally I probably would have shot that down, but I was like, all right, you want a mini golf, like let's do this. So we went, and part of why that was so fun is because he was just funny. Like he was really good at just like making light of the situation, but also like asking good questions and just having like conversation. But they were also like appropriate questions, like it wasn't like he was like, let's dig into like your
your trauma.
Your trauma. Yeah, it was like, let's just get to know you. So that was really fun, and it's fun because there's a place in Austin that's been around forever. So it's kind of like this place, the mini golf place is like almost like an Austin icon. And then we just went to like food trucks, which are also an Austin icon. There's food trucks all over the city. But we went to food trucks after, and that was fun. We like realized at the food trucks that neither of us really drink that much. And so I think we ended up just splitting like garlic fries or something. So, which is great too. It's like you don't have to do the normal date things if that's not your vibe. Yeah. Like if you're more of an ice cream or garlic fries couple, like you go for it, like a lot of Lauren's dates, I'm like, I would not be able to even get through that date. Because she'll be like, yeah, we went on like a 13-mile run together. And I was like, I would have died.
I have had a date where we ran 20 miles and talked the whole time.
So crazy.
How do you run and talk? It's so hard.
If you think your dating life's exhausting, just listen to Lawrence.
Hey, everyone's got something, you know?
Oh my gosh.
I can't do some of the things you guys do, so there you go. Not going to tell them publicly. No joking.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Okay,
So
let's see.
Wait, I had thought of one other fun date. I was like, oh, I really enjoyed that.
Go for it.
I know I've got some coming up.
Last year, I didn't have coffee for the whole year. I just felt like it was something the Lord was like, hey, would you maybe give this up for a year? And I was like,
oh yeah, this is a great one.
I'd rather not, but let's do it. So I didn't have coffee at all in 2024 and started dating somebody. And then my boyfriend and I talked about it and I'm like, okay, like 2025, I can have coffee. And so he was like, we should do like a coffee crawl for getting back onto coffee. And so January 1st, we went to 5 different coffee shops around town and I just got like 8-ounce like vanilla lattes because those are my favorite and like did like half calf because I couldn't handle all the decaf.
Yeah.
But it was so fun. Like we went to 5 different shops and then I'd like kind of rate them like what I thought was the best. And then we also played cards and at one point like it's a card game called Nerds and it's like basically like speed solitaire. And at one point I'm like having pretty much an out of body experience because the caffeine is hitting me and I'm talking a mile a minute and cards are just flying onto the table. And he looks at me afterwards. He's like, I feel like you're high right now. Like there's so much happening. So anyways, but that one was like a super fun date. Just like something unique. I loved it. So
I love that too.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah. I know. I have another one that's coming up that was like really endearing. I like sometimes dates that don't fully have like a plan, but they end up like kind of becoming this little adventure throughout the day or night or whatever. And you're like kind of like, oh, we went from here to here to here. And so me and this guy had been talking about this like random farm store that we both knew like from long ago. And so we're like, let's go to that farm store because both of us hadn't been in years. And this is here in Los Angeles. So he picks me up. We go there and the farm store is like desolate. Like nothing is hardly there. Like we're walking around like there's hardly any people. Like it's not what we remembered. Like it was like we're like, oh, this place is falling apart. But there was like a random outdoor like checkers place. So we like ended up just playing checkers, but we were also laughing because we're like, this place is crap now. Like and so then we're like, well, what do we want to do next? And so then we like go and get coffee at this like place. We go get coffee. And then we were randomly talking and I was like, yeah, I need like a new hiking backpack. And he's like, well, let's go to REI. I have like an REI coupon. So then we go to REI and then we're like talking randomly and we're like, oh, we both like need to like, I need to repot my plant. He's like, well, I worked at Home Depot. Let's go to Home Depot. So then we go to Home Depot and then we go to my house and then we like replant my plant and he plants his own plant he got. And it was like this like kind of like rando day of just excursions, but it created like a really fun memory because you're like doing stuff together, but it's low key and it's not like really intense, serious. I think, I don't know, for me personally, like I like going on dates where it's like we're sitting with each other eating a meal, but I do like experiences. Like for me, maybe because I just love that momentum. Like I like kind of, that's just my personality. I'm like, let's go to the next. So that was like a fun rando day. It was unplanned. Everything was unplanned.
Yeah.
So
I love that too, because I used to get so nervous about like, what if it doesn't go well? Or what if we go somewhere like that's a total flop? But sometimes those are like hilarious. The most fun memories. Yeah.
And I think it actually shows a lot about the personality of the person you're trying to get to know, because that was our first hangout.
Yeah,
it was like, okay, this is hilarious, on to the next. Like, and I think that's like it just shows a lot where I think, you know, someone who's really maybe like, oh, this isn't going how I think it should, you know, can so the more that you can just like really have fun, like with everything, I think it shows a lot. So
yeah. You need someone who can kind of roll with the punches.
Roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Roll with the punches. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I should be more on it.
No, you're good.
This is what I was going to talk about. I went on a date where we just went to like we kind of had to meet halfway because he lives in like a city that's like an hour away from me. So we met at a spot in the middle, and it's kind of like a smaller like college town. And so we like started off getting coffee at this place, which was just funny because they they were like, yeah, we're the only place in this town that sells THC products. And like and
Wow.
both of us are just like, cool, okay, like
Not impressed.
we're not gonna get them, but like, and then she
Good
like
for
kept
you.
saying it over and over. Yeah, she's like, I don't think these people heard me. Like, we are the only place you can get THC infused coffee or whatever. I don't even know.
That sounds
what they
awful, by the way, because it's like
Yeah.
caffeine's already crazy enough.
Oh yeah, no, I always feel like I even feel like that with like caffeine, mixing caffeine and alcohol. I'm like, that's a lot going
it's
on.
too much.
Yeah. So yeah, we got coffee, and then it was fun because we kind of just like kept walking around this town. Like there was like kind of a walk near the river, and it's like Saturday, so there's families out, and that was fun because he was like very extroverted. So I would see him like just interacting with people, and it's cool when you're with someone that like just really loves people and you get to see that side of them. And then we like wandered over to like the college campus, and we ran into this couple that I think thought that we were like still going there. She went there like years ago.
Oh, cute.
And then he was making fun of me because I talked to her like I did go there, you know? Like she's like, yeah, like we need to go see Old Main. And I was like, oh yeah, you don't want to miss Old Main.
That's good, Trey.
And then yeah, we're just walking around this campus, and I think we like showed each other like pictures of our friends, and then at one point we were doing like these full on accents, which was just so funny because not everyone brings that side out of me, but yeah, and then
I was like, you have not done that side in a while. I was like, wow.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. I was doing like a Southern drawl. But sometimes the right person can just make you feel comfortable and goofy and silly. So he was fun. I felt like I could really be myself around him, which was fun. And then yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we did. It's just that one was like we didn't do anything crazy, but he was just a fun person, and we just had like such a fun chemistry together that it made it really fun, which is kind of something I look for. Like I'm like, yeah, I want to be doing something like kind of dull and still be able to have fun with this person. Which walking's not really dull to me. Like I could walk forever, but
yeah, that's actually that's the theme I was actually about to touch on. Was like you can do the most random things, but it's when there's chemistry with the person. It doesn't matter what you're doing. That it could be like going to a coffee crawl or whatever. But I think we all just shared dates where we had chemistry with the person, so we were doing random stuff for hours. Yeah, and it was such a good memory for us because of it. Where I've been on dates where they do all the right things, like they take me to the nice place, they buy me the nice meal, and I'm like, I don't think I needed to go on another one with you because it just like because that lack of chemistry or because that that connection of friendship and all of that. And so it is something when you can do dates where you're really enjoying each other in the mundane, but then also go on those special dates where you do dress up, you do go to a nice meal and all that. If you can do both, like that's a good person to date. So A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Which, Kalli, I feel like you've gotten to do a little bit of both, of like really nice dates and then very much like life dates, I call them. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
it's like,
I was gonna say, sorry.
no,
I was
go
gonna say
ahead.
just real quick with that date that I just talked about. I think like it was like 5 hours went by and I did not like I thought maybe 2 or 3 had gone by, which Callie's talked about before. But it's like when you can look down at the time and be like, wait, what? Like that's how much time went by. That's some good chemistry there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just gonna say, Lauren, I love both the mixture of like every day, just like get coffee, you do your thing, kind of life, and then every once in a while you do those special dates where you get dressed up and you go, and it's just like fun, like to get to do both. And yeah, I really love that.
Yeah, it just shows, I think what we're sharing is like dating does not have to look a certain way, and it's very tailored to your personality and what you enjoy. And sometimes like we've all created the dates and then the guys have created the dates, or you collaborate together, like it doesn't have to look a specific way of how these experiences, these adventures have to be. So yeah, some people are going to be way more creative than us. And then there's times where I'm the creative one who's dating and I'm like, can we do this? Or, but feel free to ask, like, or create ideas of like, hey, I'd love to go on a date. Like, could we like do a date like this one time? That'd be so fun.
Yeah, totally.
So I've always put out like ideas of like, I'd really like to do a date like this. Like that would be really cool. And it's not being like, it's okay to ask for needs. Like it's okay to be like, this is going to help our connection if you're continually dating with this person. When it's usually the first date, usually it's the guy. He might suggest something and like Dre said, like let him do it. But once you start dating, there is more of like a collaboration that will go on.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Which there's a tip for the guys in there. Guys, on the first, I would say 3 dates, like just plan it. Just give her the place, like give her the time, like have a plan. It doesn't have to be an elaborate plan, but I don't know. Maybe I'm more like traditional, but I'm like I need it's a little bit more upfront work for you in the beginning, gentlemen. Sorry, but I just think it just flows better and you're showing that you care and that you can step up and you're like making someone feel taken care of is a big deal.
Yeah. No, I love that too. And I would say either do that or give like 2 options, but be hey, would you like to get coffee or grab lunch or something like that? Or like if you've decided what the activity is, like if you do decide, oh, we're just going to go get lunch, say like, do you want to go to like Chipotle or somewhere else? Like, just be specific, but you can still give like some options. Or like Andrea said, just plan it. That's also like the best. So
women
absolutely.
like to be treated well, open that door, buy those flowers. It's great. We love it. So
we love a plan.
So well, any other ideas of fun date ideas or things? I know Kalli, you wanted to touch on the adventure challenge.
Oh yeah. There's these different series of books called the Adventure Challenge. It was made in Redding, California, where we've all lived. And it's just these really fun like adventure books. It's like a scratch off. Like there's date series and then there's like I think like a friendship one and there's just like a bunch of different categories. But I think the first few started off geared towards dates. So it's like each page has like kind of like a different date idea, but you don't know till like you scratch it off. And then there's like I think it has like how much money you need to like spend for the date and like different like clues so that you have a bit of an idea before you like commit to going on the date. I have not personally done one yet, but I know a lot of people that have, and it's just I think a really fun practical thing to buy if you're like, I'm just kind of sick of like doing the same types of dates and you can't really think of anything else. It's like this book has a ton of just creative kind of out of the box ideas. So I would recommend, checking that out if you're feeling like you need to maybe freshen up on the dating ideas.
Yeah. And they did not pay us for that spot.
No.
So
you're welcome. Adventure Challenge.
Sorry. Authentic recommendation.
Yes.
I will say there was a guy that I dated like a while back, and I honestly probably would not have given this guy a chance. But the reason that I did is because he just had such an active life where he was just going out and doing fun stuff. So we kind of like became friends because he would just keep inviting me along to do those things. Like he loved hiking and loved mountain biking and loved snowboarding, and he was just like really adventurous, and so I think like as a guy and maybe as a girl too, like just if you just go out and you kind of build this life where you're doing fun stuff, like go out and play pickleball or go out and hike and mountain bike, and it doesn't have to be that kind of thing. You can also, I don't know, I'm like what there's all kinds of guys out there.
So many things.
Go to concerts. Like in Austin, good concert scene here.
So always trying to get us there.
Yep.
Plug for Austin, Texas. But it's just like once you become someone, you want to have a life that like you can invite people into.
That's
basically
good.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, fun dates.
Fun dates, man.
Yeah. Oh, I had one other one I thought of. There was a date I went on like a couple weeks ago, and I had a couple things in my mind, but I told my boyfriend, I was like, okay, you come pick me up, but I'll like kind of direct you where to go. And
so cute.
He picked me up, and then I was just like, okay, like turn here and stuff. And so we ended up like, we went and got coffee, then we went to this place and got like some pastries, and then we went to this other place and like walked around, and then we went to somewhere else, like some other store I wanted to go to, but each thing I just wouldn't tell him what we were gonna do. I was just like, okay, now we're gonna go do the next thing. And it just, I think that element made it a lot more fun than if it was just like, okay, let's go do this and like whatever, because he was just kind of like, okay, like cool. So that was fun. We've also done like movie dates where I think there was like a weekend where we just like didn't have much planned for like the actual day. It was really chill. So we were like, oh, I think we want to watch like a couple movies. So like he picked one out but didn't tell me what it was, and then I picked one out. I didn't tell him what it was. So just like that surprise element. It's so small, but it just makes something way more fun.
Yeah. So. I love that. That's so good. Pro tip to the women on a budget. So you take that guy you like to Costco. You go up to
my gosh. I love a Costco date.
So you take it to that food kiosk and you say,
absolutely.
You say, hey, hottie, I got you. I'll get you a hot dog with any drink of choice. $1.50. And if you want, I'll maybe even buy you 2 hot dogs with 2 drinks. Or you can share a drink with me. That's only $3.30 with tax. So
that could be the guys or the girls on a budget.
I know. Yep. So just saying, if you are on a budget, ladies, take your man to Costco.
I actually asked a guy to take me to Costco once when we were dating.
Yeah.
I was like, can we please go on a Costco date? And it was great because we also put air in my tires.
Air in the tires. You get your groceries, and then you get a hot dog and a Coke.
And then we got a hot dog. I was so happy.
So what more can you ask for?
Literally.
Honestly,
I'm just saying,
I can't think of anything else.
I'm like, I'll take anyone on a date, like for that price.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, I got you.
I got you.
Oh man. Okay, I have one more, and this is also an Austin plug, so look
Wow.
out. I already talked about this one when we did the Instagram live, but it is one of my favorite dates. So we did sorry. We did not everyone listened to that,
Oh
you
no,
know,
I'm just giggling.
Oh.
I'm just giggling. You're like,
okay.
but it is one of my favorite dates. And I'm like, what is this date? Okay, continue.
The downtown Austin Library is a destination.
Nerd.
She took me there. She
I
did.
took Kalli there.
Such a
this,
nerd.
This date's actually about Kalli.
Kalli.
There's like this, you can go all the way up to, it literally looks like a rooftop bar at the top. Like you get up there and you're like, where's the guy making my gin and tonic? Like, like the seating and everything, but it's not. There's just people chilling up there. There's no alcohol, to be clear. But anyway, he and I went to the downtown library, and we just were like kind of walking around for a minute, and then he was like, okay, you pick out a book for me and I'll pick out a book for you. So, and I think we were supposed to pick one like we were interested in, so that we could like learn about each other a little bit.
That's
like
cute.
Yeah. So that was fun. I want to say, I know I was looking for an outer space book, but I can't remember if I actually picked one out.
You didn't pick Twilight instead?
Also, with the outer space, was it because you're going to be like, you're out of this world to the guy?
Yes.
Oh, clever.
Yeah. But then I couldn't find one, so I never got to say that line. Yeah.
Wait, that was your favorite date? Was there anything else to it?
That was one of my favorite ones. I think, I think we had also, because Kalli's going to be like, you literally took me on this date.
Probably.
But you can park like downtown, and then you walk around Lady Bird Lake, which is, I took both of you here, but you walk around the lake, and you're also downtown Austin, and the trail runs right into the library. So I think we had walked on the trail, gotten coffee. There's like a spot to get coffee.
You've kind of done this to me as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've definitely done this besides the library.
There's been 3 people that have gone on this date.
Oh, making sense.
1 guy and 2 girls.
And then he and I did the library, and then I don't know, I think we like there's like a cafe in there. I think we got some food after. I don't know.
Wait, so was this date fun because of the chemistry of you and this person, or just because you liked the experience?
I think it felt like us a lot, to be like, we both really liked books, and we were kind of nerdy, I guess. We liked reading, and yeah, I think, the library is huge, so that was fun. I like libraries.
She's like confessing it.
She's like, I like these things.
You caught me. I like libraries.
Lauren's like, why was this fun?
No, I don't understand.
No, I think
Lauren, libraries for me are like 20-mile runs for you.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think all are beautiful, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for these library experiences.
Yeah. I don't know. That one was just fun for me. So
I love that.
Actually, okay, on one of my most recent dates, I got a library card. So
yes,
I understand.
See, you get it.
I get it.
Hey, I love the library. There's no judgment
Lauren
here.
hates education. It's okay.
That's my whole career is education system.
Whatever, Lauren.
He and I actually went to a lot of libraries. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm such a nerd.
No, it's not nerdy. It's really beautiful.
Really,
thank you so
it's
much.
Really special.
After you were like, Andrea's gone on the most elaborate dates, I'm like, we went to the library and picked out books.
Yeah, actually I was laughing because the other one I'm surprised you didn't share was you're like, the aquarium. We went to the aquarium.
Oh yeah, we did go to the aquarium once.
She loves the aquarium.
I did love the aquarium.
We talked about it for days.
Yeah, the aquarium was a great date because I wasn't even expecting to see dolphins, but there was a dolphin trainer outside. Like, this was like next level aquarium.
That's good, but you never know with aquariums. I've seen those shows.
Wait, what shows?
There can be
what happens at aquariums?
SeaWorlds.
Oh, like how they're not treated well?
Yeah.
This one was on the ocean, though, so
Okay.
I don't know if that's better, actually, because I doubt that they let that dolphin go back into the ocean and then bring her back. Never
my
mind.
goodness.
Okay.
Well, this was a beautiful time about talking about memory lane.
Memory lane. You guys, you're welcome for those date tips.
We got a lot of date tips we gave
Now
today.
I can't take a guy on the library date again. He's going to be like, you take everyone on
No,
this."
it's like a testing ground. It's like going on a coffee date. Take them to the library. Can they handle it?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's true.
So there you go.
Okay. Well, that was great. This was a great date with you guys.
Wow.
We loved it. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. And we love you all listening, and you're welcome for those tips. And we will see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.